Hey, what's going on, fellas? Happy Friday morning to you. That's right, it's Friday and the weekend's here. Give me an old hell yeah if you're excited for the weekend. What's that? I didn't even hear you guys. Is it give me a fucking hell yeah if you're excited for the weekend? Hell yeah, excited for the weekend. Appreciate you guys kicking it off with me here. We get to talk some sports and talk some sports betting as well. We'll make sure, of course, recap yesterday and then get ready for Money Making Weekend, which all starts with Payoff Pitch live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Myself and the Hockey Squirrel getting to preview today's MLB slate with you guys. And then we're going to add a UFC pick to the card where we're 3-0 in our UFC picks. You guys know where the picks are coming from. They're coming from our guy Tyler. He's back with another one, trying to see if he can go to 4-0 with another absolute banger for you guys at plus money. So we'll get to that in just a second. Let's go ahead and throw up that recap from yesterday where we went 2-3, lost a little bit of money, and now down on the week after 3 straight losing days. We did get our best bet of the day to hit. And how about our best bet of the day being a plus money play? That's what the Blue Jays was, taking on the Padres yesterday at plus 105. They get the victory 4-0. Low scoring game. They gave a little bit of separation late to make you feel good, but Blue Jays pitching staff came through. Chris Bassett went 6 strong innings and then backed by a really strong bullpen that we talked about there in the Blue Jays. So love to see that one cash nice and easy. Same thing with the Cardinals. Over 1.5 runs through the first 5 innings up against the Cubs and Marcus Stroman. Just way too much hitter familiarity. Cardinals are in way too good of a place right now to avoid that play. They could have cashed that in the first inning, second inning, third inning. Hell, it came in the fourth inning. But they were all over him. People were on the bases. Second inning, it was bases loaded with 1 out. Unfortunately, Goldschmidt grounded into a double play. I mean, yeah, there were opportunities galore. They easily get the 7-2 victory, knocking off the Cubs. Runs are aplenty in that game, so love to see that one right there. The plays that tripped us up were Twins on the F5 money line. They couldn't get a damn thing going yesterday against the Mariners. Hogan Harris under 16.5 outs. I mean, the Athletics dropped the game, but holy hell, I actually watched that game after putting the kids to sleep, and Hogan Harris was doing very good at speeding the bats up and then slowing the bats down with the fastball and the changeup. Just kept the hitters off balance. They couldn't quite, catch on to the speed that he was throwing and able to guess when he would maybe throw a fastball or a changeup. And swings were just looking really awful of Hogan Harris. They did get to him finally in the 6th inning. They were able to string a couple hits together and get the runs that they needed to eventually win the game, but it all came a little bit too late against Hogan Harris, so he goes 6 strong. And then Zach Greinke cannot stay under 1.5 walks. They did, in fact, give us that bet pre-match. We get it in pre-match, and just unfortunately, he only goes 4 innings. He only pitched 4 innings. Not a good outing by Zach Greinke, but that's what we've been seeing all season long out of Zach Greinke is really piss-poor outings. And unfortunately, he does walk 2 batters. Not only does he walk 2 batters, he walked the same guy twice. What, are you scared of Badeau? Scared of Badeau there at the Tigers? Can't throw a man a strike? Can't throw him a strike. Gonna let the guy sit there and get walked 2 times on you. Really tough stuff right there. So down on the day and again down on the week, but feeling good because it is Friday and we get to hang out with you guys. And let's turn our attention now to this UFC pick. That deserves the ultimate spotlight because we're 3-0 in betting UFC picks, and of course we say we are 3-0. We all know where those picks are come from. The great Tyler that hangs out with us here every single day. Remember, his first pick was at minus 125. It was a same game parlay. To be quite honest, I couldn't remember what the 2 legs are, but I do remember it was a same game parlay at minus 125, that cash. Then he came back with over 1.5 rounds to be played in at a UFC match at minus 110, so we like that. And then his third one that got us a great cash was a nice 3-1 underdog, and the underdog comes through with a good plus 300 cash. So what have we got cooked up today? It's UFC. They're in London. We're going to go right to the main event. I'm going to make you wait till the end for this one, but that's okay. It's well worth waiting till the end of the night because it's that plus money. We'll throw the bet up on the screen right here. It's the main event against Tom versus Marcin. Tyler likes there just to make it to the second round. Just make it to the second round. We need both fighters to make it to the second round, and that was that plus money over on Barstools. I'm sure every book offers it, but I did want to highlight where to find it because I actually had a hard time finding it myself. I don't obviously bet UFC. It's nothing I follow with any regularity to say the least. So that's where you can find it, at least on Barstools /BetRivers, where the best price is even money. All the books over it, but best price is at even money. So good. Get your ass kicked, fellas. I don't give a shit. Just make it to the second round. That's all we're asking for. It should be pretty easy, right? A main event. That's the highlight of the night. You think UFC would want to maybe get us to the second round. I'm making light of the pick because I don't really have any analysis to add to it. But Tyler has provided great analysis to this pick. It's right here. Give it a read. Tail it. Looking to go 4-0. And thank you, Tyler, again, regardless of the outcome of this pick. Thank you so much for the pick. We look forward to hopefully meeting up with you at the cash counter a little bit later on at a plus money bet. Love that right there. So, all right, let's see what happens. Let's hop in the comment section, see what you guys are talking about on this great Friday. Maybe you've got weekend plans. Maybe you're looking forward to money-making weekend. Maybe you're looking forward to going 4-0 in the UFC. Let me know in the comment section. Let's get right to those comments. Hey, we do got Tyler here. It's money-making weekend. I believe it's going to be a money-making weekend. I think it's going to cook off or start today with some great MLB bets. Tweeted out a couple of them already so far on Twitter. You've added us a great UFC play on Saturday that's only going to enhance money-making weekend. Love to see it right there. It's Friday, Nebraska. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. It is Friday. Hell yeah. We get another UFC winner from Tyler. There it is, my man. Yep. All we got to do is start round 2. Just need to hear the bell at the end of round 1. That'll be... I know it's a bell, but that'll sound like basically a cash register, right? Or do they need to make it out for round 2? They probably need to make it out, right? If the bell rings at N1, but they probably assess like somebody's got too much blood on his face and he doesn't make it out to round 2, that's probably not good. So might just need to make it to round 2. We need to hear that opening bell start for round 2, and then we can celebrate a good plus 100 cash. I love it. Great analysis right there. Guy working his way back from injury. It's the main event. Yeah, it's going 2 rounds at minimum. I love it. Love it. And thank you. Thank you for it. What else we got? What else we got, fellas? Anything else? Let's leave this one up there. A little cheers. I like that, Nebraska. Cheers to you, my man. I look forward to cracking one of those open, obviously much later in the day. Way too early for one of those right now, but I do look forward to beer 30. I did look forward to that time for sure. What else we got, fellas? Let's look over this card. Let's look over this baseball card, see what we got. Yeah, already tweeted Red Sox money line minus 115. We've got the Nationals F5 team total over 1.5. I'm sure I'll say much of this as I'll say on the payoff pitch, but that is this year's Tigers, right? Remember last year we were getting Tigers F5 team total against left-handed pitching, and the number was always 1.5, and we played it till the cows came home, and it cashed damn near every time. We can't play it a lot this season because the books have caught on, and it's 2.5, and the Tigers aren't covering 2.5 through the first 5 innings. Well, fast forward to this year, and who are this year's Tigers? It's the Nationals. They crush left-handers. They're cashing over 1.5 F5 team total every single time, and the books have not adjusted. They have not asked us to go to 2.5. Once again, today, going up against a left-hander, and it's 1.5 against Alex Wood. Are you kidding me? Sign me up. That bet has been way too goddamn good to us not to bet that one. It's juicy. But I'd rather have it a little bit juicy than go to 2.5 because I bet the hit rate, if we were to really dig deep, is going to be significantly better at 1.5 as opposed to 2.5. So love it. Absolutely love that one right there. So I've got 6 bets so far today on the payoff pitch. Again, Red Sox money line and Nationals F5 team total have already been given out. Don't also forget that here on this channel, I've tweeted out my 5 favorite NFL future player props. That's right, my 5 favorite NFL future player props can be checked out. I invite you guys to watch, tail, and cash along with me throughout this NFL season. Look forward to that. You're correct. Yeah, I figured. That makes sense. So a guy can't be bruised and battered and not get out for round 2. Needs to hear the opening bell. Yes, sir. We all appreciate that. Yes, sir. We all appreciate it. Win or lose, we appreciate it. What are we liking today for a best bet? The payoff pitch notes. What do I have in coming to a stretch? Red Sox money line was best bet today. Red Sox money line, best bet today. Red Sox money line, best bet today. Don't get discouraged if Senga is striking out a lot of Red Sox. He does that the first time opponents have been seeing him, but he'll still give up hard hit contact. We know he's prone to walks. We know how hot the Red Sox offense is. Mets are absolutely struggling. Mets are struggling so bad. They are bottom of the barrel right now. Their bullpen is god-awful as well. Yeah, Red Sox money line, minus 115 will be the best bet today. Best bet today, Red Sox money line, minus 115. I've got some other really good ones as well. I can't wait to talk about, justify, and give out, and hopefully cash a little bit later on with you. Just need to win some money. Oh, speaking of which, we've got a 2-unit play that I need to go ahead and. We got a 2-unit play. It's McDonald at the ATP Newport. My apologies. We have a 2-unit play this afternoon in tennis. At the ATP Newport. It's against 2 Americans. You want McDonald. McDonald minus 158 on FanDuel. I tweeted that out last night. Let's see what that current line is. Let's see what we got. We got minus 158 last night. I put 2 units on it. It's a 2-unit play. 2-unit play, McDonald at the ATP Newport. The line is currently minus 184. Minus 184. Gave the play out last night at minus 158. Can we get rewarded with a good 2-unit cash? If we do get a good 2-unit cash, that'll essentially feel like going 3-1 in tennis earlier on. We've already gave out 2 plays in tennis. We've won 1, lost 1. So we had a 2-unit win there to McDonald. It'll basically feel like going 3-1 well before baseball even starts. So an opportunity to turn over a unit of profit at McDonald can come through in cash. A 2-unit play early this afternoon. That match will start at noon Eastern. It's the first game at the ATP Newport, so there's no issues of that one being delayed, its start time being pushed back. So that one will kick off at noon Central Time. 2-unit play, McDonald minus 158 on FanDuel. Get it? Let's go. Let's cash the 2-unit play and already have a unit to the good in our pocket well before the MLB starts. So like that right there. I won't have a play for Cardinals Cubs. There's no advantages. In this game between the Cardinals and Cubs. Probably like last night, like I said, we expected the Cardinals to hit, right? That's why we did the F5 team total. You project that. I would probably like the Cardinals to win the game, just like I like the Cardinals to win the game last night. But Flaherty up against the Cubs, there's no real advantage, so won't be betting it. Probably would like the over in Cardinals again, which is the same 2 leans I think I had yesterday on Rapid Fire were Cardinals. I definitely had the over. Actually, I definitely had the Cardinals in the over because of how we bet that F5. So I would run back the same 2 leans in that game and see if they can't cash again. Let's go, Brian. 2-unit play, McDonald, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get the good cash. Let's get this good UFC cash. Looking to go 4-0. My man. 4-0. I love that right there. We got Shohei Ohtani. He's on the bump today. Good matchups today. Orioles and Rays. Boy, what a series that's been. Orioles have full-on not only caught the Rays, have surpassed the Rays. And actually, I think it was Tyler. Wasn't it you, Tyler, that asked? What was it, probably about a month and a half ago? You said, can you take a stab on the Orioles? And I said, no, actually don't take a stab on the Orioles. I think they're 1 year removed. They're there, baby. They're there. They've gotten first place. I don't know if you ended up taking a stab on that or not, but they're there. They have full-on caught the Rays and passed the Rays. Big series, obviously, with game number 2 tonight. Bradish up against Eflin. Another series, though, that it would be hard to bet, and one that where you would always just kind of take the plus money, right? If you were really interested last night, you'd only be interested in the Orioles at plus money. Same thing today. The bullpen, the hitting stats, it's kind of just too close. So you just keep taking the dog every day, and you would have gotten a good plus, what was that, 160-ish cash last night? Go right back to the well again today. Plus 130 or so, plus 140. I would just keep taking the dog in that series, whoever is the dog. The stats are too bang on. What do we got here? Nebraska, would you take McDonald minus 2.5 if you missed out on the money line price? Minus 2.5? Yeah, he'll win one game, like a 6-4 to 6-4. Yeah, they're not going to tiebreakers. They won't go to tiebreakers. So yeah, minus 2.5. That's fine. Let's see what they're offering you to pay. Yeah, it's minus 120. That's fine. It shouldn't go 3 sets. He should win 2 sets to love, and there shouldn't. I mean, that being said, even if there is one tiebreaker, he wins one in the tiebreaker, then he wins the other one, let's say 7-5, 6-4, and you still cover a minus 2.5. So I wouldn't believe one goes to a tiebreaker. I wouldn't believe it. But even if it does, it's not detrimental. You could still win with 2 sets of. So, yeah, like McDonald to get it done today. Hell, it's minus 195 at Barstools, where I just looked up your minus 2.5. These prices, everybody's definitely agreeing that McDonald should get the win. Now, to your point, can he cover a game spread? Yeah, I believe he can. I believe he can cover minus 2.5. Think he'll get that done. 2 sets to love for you there. Cardinals and Braves on the money line parlay. You've got the Cardinals taking on the Cubs. Yeah, I could only back the Cardinals in that game. Justin Steele will likely keep that game a little bit low scoring, but just like we talked about yesterday, that Cardinals offense, it's surging. You want to back, obviously, teams when they're surging like that, and the Cardinals are surging. And then you want the Braves. They're taking on the Brewers with Soroka, or however you pronounce it, against Freddie Peralta. I can tell you, Brian, before we hop on payoff pitch, Brian, let me tell you these numbers between the Braves and the Marlins. There's no advantages. One team's hitting 234, the other one's hitting 228. One team's on-base percentage is 310. The other team's on-base percentage is 310. One team strikes out 20.2, the other one's 22.5. You do get a little bit more slugging out of the Braves, which probably isn't too much of a shocker, just like knowing the lineup in your head. So they slug it better, but there's no real advantage in batting. Nobody's drawing, walks in terms of getting on base. You just get more power from the Braves is all you get. But you get massive bullpen advantage from the Brewers. They're top 3 in every category. They're top 3 in ERA, FIP, WHIP, and opponents' batting average. Milwaukee Brewers bullpen is absolutely humming right now. Where on the flip side, Braves are below average in all 4 of those same categories. They're below average. They're about 16 to 21 across the board in those 4 categories. So I can't get on the Braves. I hear you. I know the Brewers are a small dog at like plus 110, I think it was last time. I probably want to just back the Brewers or maybe nobody. Maybe just nobody. I don't know. I can't quite get there on the Braves, Brian. Can't quite get there on the Braves today. So let's find out what the Hockey Squirrel thinks. Let's go take a little break, come back at the top of the hour. We'll have payoff pitch kickoff then, and let's talk these 15 games, see what the Squirrel thinks, and see if we can't help you guys put some money in your pocket. It's Friday, fellas. Give me another hell yeah. It's Friday, baby. Hang tight. Be with you guys at the top of the hour. It's Friday, baby. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're here to preview today's MLB slate. We do it every single day on the Payoff pitch. It's live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. He's the Hockey Squirrel, and I'm Jason. And we do just exactly that. We preview today's MLB slate. Powered by Bet Openly. Win more and lose less with Bet Openly. Squirrel, it's quick hits. We'd like to get your opening thoughts of the day. How's it going this morning?
Hey, pretty good. I'm pretty prepared, and at the end of today's show, I actually sent you plays to put on the screen, so there will be 5 of, I guess, my favorite plays for the day for Friday. Yeah, other than that, walking over here, I stepped on hard plastic with my bare foot, so it was like stepping on a Lego, and that hurt like hell. So, yeah, trying to get through that pain there.
Well,
Other than that, speaking of pain, man, last night, holy jeez, it was like lose on the hook. It was one of those bloodbath nights. But as you remember, I won 18 units in 3 days, and last night they got a little bit of it back there, but not overly worried with what I've been doing. Has been working, and I'm still up overall for the week, pretty large. So not gonna worry too much there.
Love to see it right there. The joys of walking around and stepping on stuff. Yeah, with a 2-year-old and 4-year-old, yeah, to say I do that a lot would be an understatement.
I can imagine.
Know that pain. All right, cool. Look forward to it. Hey, you mentioned you got 5 picks, so go ahead and share with us. I already know you've actually got 9 picks, so make sure you hop on over to hockeysquirrel.com.
So far, yeah.
You got some good-looking bets on your card. Look forward to talking about.
And I'm waiting for the books to open up these props, man. It's a struggle also of not having a regulated environment to be in. It seems that the FanDuels, the DraftKings, the Caesars, they open up sometimes the night before. They're ready to go in the morning. Bigger operations, these offshores they deal with, if you will, or the credit accounts and stuff. It's and you're stuck waiting a long time for these damn pitching props to open. So that's fairly disadvantageous to me to play this way, but that's kind of what I'm relegated to.
That's how she goes sometimes. Let's jump on in around the bases. That's our second inning here of our 9-inning format. We like to take a couple games and break them down and provide some picks along the way. What game has you interested this afternoon?
Well, I have a lot of even money or plus 105, plus 115, really kind of right in that area. So, I had this decision to make as okay, am I going to fill up my long shots category with a bunch of plus 105s and 115s, or should I just talk about a couple of them and around the bases? I decided to spread them out a little bit here. So, these are just going to be a lot of, small plus monies, but a lot of away teams and a lot of small plus monies today. We'll start off with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Yesterday, man, geez, they have a 5-2 lead, I believe, and then blew it 5-7, but they had the lead until I think the 7th or 8th inning, and it was looking really good there at another, I don't know, what was it, plus 170 or something like that. But the advantages in this game all come from the offense, as far as I can tell. It's just, who are they playing? The Reds, right? If I remember correctly. And the Reds have right now, in the last 2 weeks, the number 1 strikeout rate at 30%, really, really high. In the last month, they're still up there, somewhere 25, 26%, I believe. Can't hit. They just can't hit. Even if the bullpen is a touch better, I believe that you're getting a much better offense. And I'm willing to take that, even if they are the away team, even if they're small plus money. I'm not really afraid of it. I would much rather have the better offense that I can reliably expect to hit the ball and bring in runs than to have a touch better in the bullpen. Is just the way I'm viewing that game.
Yeah, it's the right way to view that game. You mentioned the bullpen and the Reds that is slightly better. It is that. It is only very slightly better. You're talking like a 3.19 ERA, up against a 3.63 ERA. You're talking opponent's batting average of 242, where the Reds is 236. So, yeah, 236 is better than 242, but it's only slightly. I'm with you. If I'm going to take a side on that, give me the hot team and the Arizona Diamondbacks from a hitting perspective. Yeah. We know the Reds have cooled off. They've cooled off so much. They're hit below the Mendoza line versus left-handers at 184. And to your point about striking out, it's at 36.4% in the last 10 days versus left-handers. I'm with you. If I'm picking a side in that time, in that game, certainly give me the plus money there on the Diamondbacks. I'm just going to go to my first game here. I'm going to go back to the well on a bet that we've made a ton this season. It's the Nationals, and it's when the Nationals are facing the left-handers when you really want to back them. And today they get Alex Wood, off the Giants. We remember this play from earlier this week because we cashed the Nationals versus Drew Smyly. They're of the Chicago Cubs. They're just hot right now versus left-handers. They hit 286. Hell, they slugged 571. Their weighted runs created is 143. And they're maintaining their all season long, their good strikeout number at 23.1%. So they'll face Alex Wood today. We're only asking for 2 runs through the first 5 innings. It's a number that they've really been crushing all season long for us. This season's Tigers, right? Books never adjusted, never gave us 2.5 last season, and we just kept taking these over 1.5s at minus 140, minus 145. Just insert this season. It's the Nationals. It's the same story. Look forward to cashing it with you guys tonight. Nationals, F5 team total, over 1.5 runs to kick it off for me. What's another game for you, Squirrel?
This will be another plus money dog, and it's actually become more plus money since I even bet it. So I would love it even more now. This is a plus 115 in the LA Dodgers, where the last game I took it due to the better offense. I wouldn't say you're getting a better or worse, really, offense. It's 2 great teams that are fairly close in a lot of regards. But I think you're going to get an edge here in the starting pitcher with Gonsolin and also in the overall bullpen. I just trust it. It's one of the lowest runs allowed. I mean, I think it's a top 3 bullpen right now, as far as I can tell by the stats. And for plus 115, once again, it's just a trustworthy team that you're going to get plus money on. It's not a bad play by any means.
The bullpen advantage are actually quite sizable. I was kind of maybe looking at the over because both the offenses are pretty good. Dodgers hit lefties. Rangers are really good up against righties. Was thinking maybe over, but I once again, I agree with you. If I'm picking a side with the massive bullpen advantages you're getting from the Dodgers, and the Dodgers bullpen that's humming along in the top 5.
And the starter, today as well. I would pick Gonsolin over Heaney.
Yeah, I would pick Gonsolin over Heaney, so I like that as well. All right, here's a pick that I know we're going to differ on. I don't know if you want to comment on it now, or maybe you've got it tucked away for a little bit later inning. But Padres-Tigers, I see the under, and I know you see the over in Padres-Tigers. I'm going to do the F5 under 4.5 runs at plus 108 over at FanDuel. Just really going to pick on 2 offenses that are struggling, 2 offenses that are both ranking in the bottom 10, versus right-handers. I mean, the Padres are hitting 203. Tons of name recognition, but an offense that has never got it going all season long. There's a reason why, their win-loss record, they've lost more than they've won. The offense has continued to hold back this team, hitting 203, only slugging 390. The weighted runs created is below average at 90. Tigers, they hit 216, not a lot better, but they only slugged 330, so no power, and their weighted runs created is 68 versus right-handers. Olsen and Lugo, it's much of the same story with a lot of these starters in the league. Go look at their baseball cards. There's a mix of good and bad. I'm feasting on the bad offenses right now versus right-handers. Olsen's actually a really good strikeout pitcher. You could look at him to go over his strikeout prop. He's been doing it this season. He's sneaky good, new to the majors, obviously, this season. So I'm going to look for the game to stay under through the first 5 innings of under 4.5 at plus 108. I don't know if you want to comment now, or maybe you got it tucked away for another inning.
No, I mean, I'll be honest with you. My opinion, it is not the over. It's really just a numerical play from, basically the computer model. And that's all it was. It had a high enough edge in the model to make the cut. And by my opinion, though, I don't love that over, which is, I didn't line it up as something to talk about today. But okay. Yeah, I do have the over if you're interested in it out there, or the fact that we're clashing on it, I guess.
It's fine. Love the clashing. Oh,
no.
Love it. Makes for a great talk. Okay. All right. Let's shut up now. Shut up and pitch, actually. Let's do that. Let's give out some pitching props. I got a couple. I know you got one of ours is the same. Let's see if you talk about it first or something else. What do you got?
Yeah, it's the only pitching prop that I'm going to give out today. But it is one that, conversely to the Tigers over, my opinion does love it, but also the numbers very much support it as well. It just makes sense from every angle you look at it. And it's going to be where I mentioned the Reds have that number 1 worst strikeout rate in the last 2 weeks at 30%. And even in the last month, it's still sky high. That's going to put you in place to take Tommy Henry over 4.5 Ks at minus 115. It's not much juice to pay. And with those strikeout rates, it's great. It's going to be, I guess, in line with the Diamondbacks money line, right? So this is where I talk about if the props make sense with the full game. it really puts you in line to have two things that make sense in the same game. So Tommy Henry over 4.5 is what I got against the Reds today.
All right, I knew you were going to bring that one up. That's the one I'm in agreement with as well. Tommy Henry over 4.5 Ks. That 36.4% K percentage is so absurd. You add that with a 184 batting average, there's a reason why, Diamondbacks should be good today. So I like that as well. The only concerning part of that, and I did have here in my notes, is he has only cashed 6 of 16 starts. Like, that is, like, his hit rate is not all that good, but it's a great opportunity.
So you're putting him literally against the worst team in this category.
Yeah, no, I know. Just like to paint both
there's
sides.
There's going to be a good chance for it to happen. I mean, this is like you're not going to get better than today. So you might as well take the shot and live with the result.
I actually didn't bet it while I had it in my notes to talk about it because I did think it was a good spot. So therefore, I didn't pay attention to the price. What is the actual price they're asking you, though?
Sorry, what's that? For what?
What's your price on that 4.5?
Oh, I saw minus 115.
Minus 115. Oh, yeah. That's a great price for that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I thought so. Mm-hmm.
All right, for pitching prop, so that's already one that I had as well. I'm going to do Clark Schmidt of the New York Yankees. How about under 17.5 outs? Under 17.5 outs. He stayed under in 17 of 20 games. Here's the thing that I kind of like about this prop. One is the Yankees just need a win. Like, the Yankees need a win. This plays right into what Aaron Boone does when they need wins. Everybody gets a quick hook on this team. Everybody does. It's just the way this guy operates. They're coming home. They're struggling. They're feeling the pressure. People are talking about trades. Are they buyers? Are they sellers? They should be sellers. But if they're going to talk themselves into buying, they need to actually start winning games here at home before a long homestand, kicking one off. They just need to get a win. They're going to pull Clark Schmidt from this game if he starts running into any trouble. And then you start running to, well, can he run into trouble? Well, you get a Royals team that's actually about average right now versus right-handers. They're not all that bad. They're grayed out better than the Yankees. So there is an opportunity for them when they start seeing him the third time through the lineup because he allows a 303 batting average his third time through a lineup, which is backed by 268 batting average his second time through the lineup. It gets worse. We've faded this guy before on an outs perspective. You add everything. I like it. Clark Schmidt's going to go under 17.5 outs in this game, and a must-win game here for the Yankees. They're going to get it done. He's going to stay under 17.5 outs. Let's do long shots. You said that was your only pitching props. Let's do long shots.
Yeah.
You've already given us
this will be
for Diamondbacks and Dodgers, so you must got a lot more. What do you got?
Yeah, well, you just talked about one, and there is a lot of chance for the Royals to come out on top in this game because both teams are pretty much dead even in offense and in the bullpen. I mean, they're pretty damn close, if not exactly the same in those two categories. And to give us a plus 175 to slap that on against a struggling team. And as you've said for days and days now on end, who the hell is on the Yankees at these big prices, especially when you don't even have key players, right? It's not. So the plus 175 is just an absolute value play. Why would you not play that? I don't know. I can't.
I can't stop my laughing. I just saw the Yankees are minus 205. F is laying minus 205 on the Yankees.
Right.
Holy hell.
So, you get a plus 175 there. At least that's where I took it on the Royals, and I don't have to think twice about that shit with the stats that I'm seeing. I mean, they're dead even. It's like should be like plus 100, on each side, it's a 50-50 game. It's a coin flip, and you're getting 175. Beyond that, another game where you're getting great offense.
Time out. Let's expand on this again. This is laughable. Yankees minus 210. Here's the batting average for the Royals and the Yankees. Royals 235, Yankees 218. Slugging, Royals 396. The Yankees are slugging 330. Weighted runs created, Royals are at 77. Yankees are at 74. On base, Yankees at 303. Royals at 307. Royals literally do it all better, and they're the team that is dog. Here's the bullpen stats. So this once again,
but not just a dog. We're talking 175 though.
I know.
Okay.
Here's the FIP 3.8 for the Royals, 3.92 for the Yankees. We get an opponent's batting average of the Royals at 225. The Yankees are at 236.
You're making me want to put a second unit on it, dude.
Do it. All right, Royals. I only really wanted to expand on that and obviously laugh at that because they also made my card. I got it at 185. As soon as I saw it, I was like, minus 205. You've got to be kidding me. So we're both on the Royals today, rightfully so. What's another one of your dogs?
Yeah. I think my reasoning is for much like the Diamondbacks, if I'm not mistaken. I'm on the St. Louis Cardinals again at plus 115. And I think it was because they've won 6 games in a row now. So they're rolling there. And it's much about the offense. I don't think there was anything particularly great that caught my eye from the bullpen or from the starting pitching particularly, especially against Justin Steele. I mean, I would pick Justin Steele over Flaherty. But for the plus 115, I don't mind a 6-game win streak in the offensive production that's been coming out of the Cardinals. So for those reasons, I'll take another, plus 20, slight plus 20 dog there.
All right. What other ones you got? Keep feeding me, Squirrel. Feed me on this great Friday. Feed me another plus money winner. What you got? Come on. What's another one?
Dude, I don't know. I don't think I have it anymore. I think that was all I lined up for
That's all you wanted to give out. Okay. You guys got to make sure you go to HockeySquirrel.com. He's definitely got some more good, juicy plus money stuff over there. I'm going to go ahead and give out what hasn't already been given out. Know that I am on the Royals. I am on the Nationals. I'm with you. I think that Diamondbacks was a great play. The Dodgers was a great play. One we haven't mentioned yet that's a great play. I mentioned liking the under in Padres Tigers. I like also the Detroit Tigers. Give me a better batting average. The only thing they don't do is they don't hit for power better. But their batting average is better. On base is better. Their strikeout rate is better. Because they also don't bring the slugging, then their weighted runs created is also not as good as the Padres. But otherwise, they're going to be right there from an offensive standpoint. And then from a bullpen standpoint, this is where I'm really going to clean up over the Padres. So I got the better ERA, FIP, WHIP, and opponent's batting average, and all 4 of those by a good little bit margin. So I'll take the Tigers at plus 122, a game in which I think they can keep it low scoring, think they can hang around. And if it's low scoring, they can hang around a game. Perhaps they can knock off a victory at plus 122. So amongst all the dogs we've given out, I'm going to add the Tigers to it at plus 122. Take it on the Padres. We've given you guys some pitching props. Let's give away some hitting props now. Who's still streaking successfully. After yesterday, we got Diaz and somebody else. All I know is I looked this morning, I got 2 right. So I kept streaking. Who wants to streak with me? Get them. What do you got, Squirrel?
Well, I mean, from a top-down view, you can look in pretty much anybody on the Twins to get a hit or to, whatever you're going to do with batters. I mean, there's
Twins?
quite a few Twins players that are hitting Lance Lynn like crazy, or have hit him like crazy. I guess particularly Donovan Solano has 6 at-bats and 4 hits on them. I mean, a lot of these guys, Mike Lay Taylor, Trevor Larnach, if he's even in the lineup, 13 at-bats, 4 hits. But yeah, a lot of the Twins guys. Otherwise, Goldschmidt and Arenado are always good selections. Doesn't look too bad against Justin Steele.
Yeah, I certainly agree right there. I'm logging in right now just to kind of get everybody up to speed here. MLB beat the streak. There's a guy at 40, so a 17-game hit streak away from winning $5.7 million. I'm far away from that, but at least I am streaking. I've got some green next to my name. I am going to go ahead and talk about Lane Thomas. They're of the Nationals. He's 4 for 7 up against Alex Wood. All those are singles, so maybe not a over 1.5 total bases candidate, but definitely a guy that should be able to get you a hit. What about Mookie Betts? He's 5 for 14 up against Andrew Haney. All singles as well. But he also has not struck out in 14 plate appearances. So I think that's a really nice sample size. Also, we told you like Dodgers as a dog because they've got good bullpen advantages. So maybe if he can't hit Heaney, he can rely on hitting that bullpen that has certainly regressed and now below average in the pack. So like Mookie Betts today. Also like Andrew Benintendi. He's 4 for 8 up against Joe Ryan. A double, a triple, and no strikeout. So like Benintendi today. What about Teoscar Hernandez? He's 4 for 9 up against Kikuchi, 2 doubles and a home run. And then you mentioned a couple Cardinals. What about Goldie, Arenado, and DeYoung? Their batting averages off of Justin Steele are 385, 364, and 400. So perhaps any one of those 3 Cardinals. I'm personally going to do Betts and Hernandez, at least on the Beat the Streak app. Give me Betts and Hernandez are the 2 guys I'm going to pluck out. All right, there it is. 6th inning. It's a steal. I'll give you maybe not a Nerfy of the day because there aren't a lot of great Nerfies. I'm going to give you guys another good banger, though. What are you going to kick off with, though, first there, Squirrel? I'm going to lock in these 2 guys on Beat the Streak while I'm talking about it. Teoscar.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What you got?
Oh, my face was frozen on here for a minute. I don't know. I don't know why I'm always blurry on this damn thing. It sucks.
Yeah. They do look blurry, but it's all good.
All
What do you
right.
got? What do you
Anyway,
got? Oh,
let's see
you're
here.
frozen.
Yeah, I know, but you can still hear me, so I guess. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Let's hear it.
Okay,
Gotcha.
great. So I'm gonna take my steal. I think I'm gonna take my steal and my coming to a stretch. So that'll just be my double parlay. I like both of them a lot. So these are some of my favorite bets. I'll take the Blue Jays and the Mariners today under 8.5.
Okay. Blue
This
Jays
is really
Mariners.
scary. I'm gonna rejoin. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird to look at you without moving. Get the squirrel back here. Find out why he likes under 8.5 between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners. Why would he like under 8.5? There he is, back, not blurry and moving.
8.5. I believe it's 8 now, which is why it's a steal. That's why I like to, take lines you can't get anymore and throw them in there. But it makes a hell of a lot of sense. So the Blue Jays, as good as I want to think that they are, they're just fairly strictly average in terms of offense. Recently, they haven't really been producing much, been a part of some low-scoring games. And Seattle's right there with them. And the bullpens are absolutely freaking amazing on both sides. And the starters are through the roof excellent as well today. You have, was it Bryce Miller and Yusei Kikuchi? Very low whip ratings and ERAs and all this stuff. So I don't see how this one doesn't go under, especially that, the market agreement and beating it by a half a run already. It's down to 8. I'd still play it at 8 if I'm being honest with you. But I see a low scoring game in that one. I really like it.
Two bullpens, you touched on it there. Two bullpens that are just actually surging. It's the reason why we like the Blue Jays yesterday, or it's our best bet of the day. They're keeping games nice and low scoring. So I like that one, a little under there in Seattle tonight. And it also plays into that ballpark. I know you've mentioned that several times about how unders are in that ballpark. So I like that. All right, for my 6th inning, it's a steal. I like to give out my NRFI of the day, but we've done great on NRFIs this week. We've actually cashed 3 of 4 NRFIs this week. But I couldn't give you guys a NRFI of the day, and I just didn't want to throw out a pick to throw out a pick. So I'm going to throw out something else that the reason I do NRFIs is, go in and get your money pretty quick, right? It's a steal. This one's going to be an F3 team total, so quick-ish. What about the Pirates not scoring in the first 3 innings? The Pirates will not score in the first 3 innings. I'm taking that F3 team total under 0.5, minus 115 over on DraftKings. Ohtani's just really good through the first time of the order. His opponent's batting average through the first 3 innings is 129, 115, and 143. His whip in the first 3 innings is 1.2, 0.67, and 0.71. And he struck out 72 batters in the first 54 innings of games. 72 batters in the first 54 innings of games. You add that with a Pirates team that's going to have 1 career hit off Ohtani and 14 career at-bats. And right now, they're hitting 193 versus right-handers, which is 29th in the league. They're slugging 283 versus right-handers, which is dead last in the major leagues. And their weighted runs created is 45, which is dead last in the major league. It's going to take them a while to adjust to Ohtani, seeing him and being able to figure him out. They're not going to score in the first 3 innings. I'm taking that team total under 0.5 at minus 115 as my steal of the day. 7th inning, that's where we'll give you our best bet. You said your best bet was also that under 8.5?
No. I'm going to take my steal and my best bet and put it as a double play.
Oh, okay, cool. Then what's your best bet?
My favorite bet of the entire day is going to be the Royals and the Yankees. Sorry, I'm going to take them over 8.5, and it's because the Royals are already hitting right and doing it better than the Yankees. While it's not great, the Yankees are desperate for a win. So we've got 2 teams basically that should be playing hard enough to produce some runs, and the bullpens aren't very great. The pitching isn't very great. You have Alec Marsh, who's pitched, I think, like 15 innings. You don't necessarily know what to expect from him, but he's, it's just, dude, I mean, I expect runs. I mean, 9 does not seem undoable by any stretch of the imagination here between both of these teams. And, I'm coupling it with the Royals there as well, so that not only gives you a chance at a large money line that makes a lot of sense because they're hitting better than the Yankees anyway. But yeah, I mean, yeah, an over generally goes with a large underdog, and that all just everything makes sense there. So that's my favorite play of the day is over 8.5 in the Yankees and Royals.
All right, best bet today, over 8.5 between those Royals and Yankees. For my best bet of the day, I'm going to take on these Red Sox, or not take on the Red Sox. I'm going to take on the Mets with the Red Sox. I like the Red Sox on the money line at minus 115. You know who's got the worst batting average versus right-handers? New York Mets hitting 193, tied for the Pirates at dead last in the major leagues. They don't hit any power at 344. Their on-base percentage is 314. They're not doing anything right from an offensive standpoint. They are avoiding the strikeout at 23.1%. But they're not hitting the ball. Meanwhile, flip side, you go up to the Red Sox. They are way up at the top of the table. How about top 5, hitting 276, slugging 514. Their strikeout percentage is better at 21.3. And, of course, their OPS is 827. Just a much, much, much better offense right there in the Boston Red Sox. And then from a bullpen, you want to find the Red Sox bullpen look in the bottom 5. You want to find the Red Sox bullpen look in the top 10. So I'm getting massive offensive advantages. I'm getting massive bullpen advantages. I'm probably not getting the starter advantage with Senga up against Crawford, but I'm okay with that, with how much the Mets are struggling, how surging the Red Sox are, and then getting the bullpen advantages. Yeah, Red Sox minus 115 at home. Sign me up for a Red Sox victory today as your best bet on the board. 8th inning, we call it double play. We like to give you our favorite parlay of the day. What were the odds on that parlay you cooked up? I'll get mine.
The odds, I'm sure it would be probably around two something, right? That was a minus 115 and a minus 105, so fairly standard parlay.
Okay, cool. For my best bet, I have to go, and I like to try and do. I'm gonna try and do a money line parlay. To just go Angels and Astros. Just go Angels and Astros plus 117. Angels Astros plus 117. That'll be parlay today. All right, let's go. Let's throw these bets up on the screen, and then let's do some little rapid fire. You know, while I throw these bets up on the screen, just to give us something to talk about. You know, Squirrel, I talk so much about the Orioles bullpen. Like, it's not good, but man, Bautista's really good. Did you by chance happen to see what he did last night? Did you see what his line was? He threw 2 innings. 2 innings. He struck out 3 batters. So obviously struck out half of the batters he saw. He threw 15 pitches in 2 innings and struck out 3 batters and got 6 outs. I'm telling you, Bautista, he is damn near one of the best closers in all of baseball. He's really good when he comes into the game. He's going to be up in today's game, which was the reason why I would feel confident back in the Orioles today, because you're going to get Bautista only throwing 15 pitches. 2 innings of work. Love that guy right there. So, anyways, I'm throwing up my bets. Those are Squirrel's bets right there. Mine are right here. So, let's talk about.
And I love them all. I love all of them.
Which ones? Mine or yours?
Mine.
Oh, okay. All of them. All of them. I'm on some dogs as well today. I'm right there with you. All right, let's hop into these games. Talk about everything from money line, run line, over under perspective. We call it rapid fire. Let's go with this. Look at all that plus money on the board today, Squirrel. Look
I know. I know.
Plus money. Look at it all. Some great bets there. Can't wait. All right, my phone is having a little issues getting into the app, so bear with me here. All right, here we go. Phone, be cool.
All right, guys, we're going to start off at 120 with the Cardinals and the Cubs. Here we got the Cubs at home, Wrigley Field, and
something like that.
Oh,
Here we go. Cardinals and Cubs, over under of 8. We got plus 110 for the Cardinals, Cubs minus 130. I'm going back to the same 2 leans as yesterday, the over and Cardinals. Same 2 leans.
I'm going to take the better starter, the better bullpen, the better offense. We're just going to do it all. Sorry, man. Oh, shit. Yeah. Cardinals, too. The Cardinals are the
Cardinals. What about the over or the under?
I don't have a lean either way. Probably I would think the over, unless there's going to be some hardcore wind, blowing inward or something. But I think you'd have an insanely low total if that were the case. So, yeah, over 8. Yeah, geez, there's some over 8s, minus 115, minus 120. I'd go over.
I will say this, if you're backing Cardinals money line, I agree. Cardinals have it, just like I said, Cardinals money line yesterday. There is something about the Cubs on Friday afternoon in this town. I don't know what it is, but they seem to win those games, and I don't have a stat to justify that, just the vibe of walking around. They seem to win Friday afternoon games more times than not. So be careful. Maybe you just sit back and enjoy some baseball. Padres and Tigers with an over-under of 9. Padres minus 140, Tigers plus 118. I'm taking the Tigers, of course. I bet them. Got actual real cash behind the Tigers. I'm taking the under 9. I mean, I like the F5 under. If the game stays under through the F5, then hopefully the full game will as well.
Sorry, I was reading the truck stop comments. Can you remind me what the game is?
Tigers and Padres.
Yes. Yeah, so the computer, basically the model prediction is the over 9, I believe it was, right? I think I had.
You had over 9? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, at even money, yeah. And again, yeah, opinion-wise, I don't love it, but the numbers say so.
Rockies and Marlins. Why, this game brought up pain. Remember how Braxton Garrett was going over all his strikeout props, and then we took him as a 6-unit play. He stayed under. And then what did he do?
You took him as a 6-unit play? I didn't do that shit.
No, I know. Yeah. I say we all the time. Everybody knows it's just me.
All right.
And then after that start, what did he do? He went right back to going nothing but over his strikeout props. That shit still irritates the shit out of me, to say the least.
Yeah. You know, a funny thing about Braxton Garrett, particularly this morning, was there was an ARB opportunity on him between DraftKings and FanDuel. I think like his over was plus 114 and the under was like plus 110 or something, or 100. It was like even money on the under and plus 114 on the over or something like that. So,
gotta let me know about that, dog. I like arbitrage bets.
Yeah.
What are we thinking here for Rockies and Marlins? I'll tell you right now, the Rockies can't hit their way out of a left-handed. They suck right now versus left-handers.
They can't hit their way out of a left-handed bag, bro.
I know, right? They hit a 196. Their weighted runs created is 61. I mean, their numbers suck. You gotta give me the Marlins, but it's minus 240. I guess Marlins on the run line. I don't know. What an ugly game.
I don't have anything in the game, to be honest with you, but
yeah, I don't know why you would bet this one.
I don't know what to do with it.
You know who's actually got the best opponent's batting average out of the bullpen? The Rockies. No shit, 154. Best opponent's batting average coming out of the bullpen. I would not have guessed that. All right, Orioles and Rays over under of 8. We got plus 118 for the Orioles. Rays minus 140. Kind of said it. The stats are too close to be taking the Rays. It's the Orioles yesterday. It's the Orioles today. It'll be whoever the hell's the dog tomorrow. The stats are just too bang on. As far as an over under, I'd like to think the over with the way that the Orioles hit. They contribute to over. So I know the over obviously didn't hit yesterday, but overall the over is in there from a number.
I don't have anything. I don't have any positive edge on Bradish, who's the Rays pitcher.
They're throwing Eflin today.
No, I don't have anything on him either. So, yeah, I really don't have anything on that game. I guess I'd just roll with the underdog, Orioles, and call it good there.
First place Orioles. Royals and Yankees, 170, minus 205 for the Yankees. Can't say that without laughing. I'm sorry. Just can't say that shit without laughing. Over under of 8.5. We know you like the over. We know you like the Royals. I obviously like the Royals as well. If I had to pick an over or an under, I think this is going to be an under because Boone's going to make sure this shit stays low scoring. He's got to be feeling that pressure. First game at the homestand, yeah. Yeah,
so you were saying Clark Schmidt under 5.5.
Clark Schmidt, I did not say under 5.5. I said under 17.5 from an ounce perspective.
Oh, but okay. But if he's going to get pulled, then this under 5.5 makes sense at plus money as well. And I have it's one of my larger projections today to go Clark Schmidt under 5.5. But I also have Alec Marsh under 4.5. So if neither guy is really going to strike out a lot, I mean that's the projection. Then the over really does make a lot of sense again. So yeah, I mean things are really clicking today. So. Schmidt and Marsh projected to go under both on their strikeout.
I tell you what, you said 5.5. I'm showing on 2 sportsbooks a 6.5 number, juicy at minus 165.
Oh, geez.
But I'm seeing 6.5.
Yeah, you're gonna pay a lot, right?
Hold on, we can find a pitcher that we don't think can be the winning pitcher. We can make a parlay right here. Let's cook up a parlay for the people. Hold on. He doesn't. What's his strikeouts per game?
Sidetrack for degenerate activities.
Yeah, we're here for the. Royals' strikeout is at 20.3%. They ain't even striking out. What's this guy get? 8, 1. How the hell do you pitch 0.2? And he must have come out of the bullpen or something. 3, 3, 3, 4, 1, 7. So you got burned there. 4, 7, 6, or 4, 6, 5, 7. You'd have got burned against the Athletics. They strike out. 4, 8, 8, 5, 3, 3, 3, 5. Wow. Looking, I like it. Let's see if we can find a pitcher real quick to not get a hit and not be the win. Bradish, Eflin, Lugo, Garrett, Marsh. Oh, Alex Wood's not going to be the winner today for the Giants. Nationals going to rock his ass. Oh, and Oviedo's not going to get the win today for the Pirates. I tell you, we can cook up a parlay. Clark Schmidt under 6.5 Ks.
That dude does strike out a lot of people, though, that Oviedo guy. I tell you.
No, I'm going to take him not to be the winning pitcher. I'm trying to find
I know, but I'm telling you, he gets a lot of strikeouts, though. Like,
I don't give a shit what he gets.
A lot of them. A ton of them.
Yeah, I just say he ain't going to be the winner. All right, we got time to play around with that, but maybe we'll cook up a little parlay, fellas. Clark Schmidt under 6.5 Ks. Minus 165. The hit rate is great. The Royals don't strike out at 20.3%. All right. All right, let's jump back into our rapid fire. I like it. See if we can add a play. Giants and Nationals over under of 9.5 plus 130 for the Nationals. Giants minus 155. It's the Nationals bullpen that scares you, which is the reason why I couldn't get behind this from a full game underdog like I could on 3-4 others that I obviously have played and tweeted out to you guys. But boy, that F5 money line looks awfully good for them to be leading through the first 5 innings. I like that. If you want to take a stab at that, add it to the card.
So do you like the over?
So I'll also, well, that's where I was going with that. I'll take the over, and I'll take the Nationals at plus 130.
Yeah, I will too. With it, though, just to back it up a little bit, I have both guys. I'm pretty sure I have both guys to go under on strikeouts in the game. But then, yeah, if the Nationals bullpen is bad and Giants hit, and yeah,
actually,
should be good.
I think I am going to add that. I think I am going to add the Nationals F5 money line. It's at plus money. I need to price shop it, but I like that.
Cool.
I do. I like that. What are
Diamondbacks?
It's plus. Okay, so I got plus 115. Okay, Diamondbacks and Reds over under of 10.5. Seems awfully high with the Reds team that it's not really hitting the ball these days.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 105 for the Diamondbacks, minus 125 for the Reds. The over under scares me, but quite frankly, if the Reds want to hit, which is quite frankly fine, the Diamondbacks are going to hit more, or projected to hit more, and they have the better bullpen, as Squirrel and I have talked about. So I'm not interested in over on this one. It's the Diamondbacks at plus money. Pretty easy for me.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you're getting a much better offensive production and
bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, you want to take a team that has 30% strikeout rate in the last 2 weeks, because I don't.
No.
And take that Tommy Henry over the 4.5 Ks. That's an excellent one also.
Mets and Red Sox over under of 9.5, minus 105 for the Mets, minus 115 for the Red Sox. I'll just stick to my best bet of the day. Obviously, best bet of the day. So yeah, I'll stick to that. Pretty.
Yeah, my model somehow spit out the Mets. I didn't talk about it. It's ugly. I don't like it, but I played it. So there's that.
All right. Phillies and Guardians. Even money for the Guardians, minus 120 for the Phillies with an over-under of 8.5. This one I thought was
the Guardians seem like they've been rolling, and I think I bet the Phillies. I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Anyway, it didn't win. Guardians have a really, I think the league lowest in strikeout rates. Seems okay. I didn't look too terribly much into the game, but I don't know. Seems kind of coin flippy.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, the Guardians, man, the bullpen's dropped off. There's a reason. I was curious the other day of the standings, where the Guardians have just kind of dropped back a little bit, right? The Twins look like they're going to maybe win that AL Central. They look like they're going to step up. The Guardians have just regressed. I'll just take the over. Give me over. Over 8.5. Dodgers and Rangers.
I'll just tell whatever you're doing, because I don't really have an opinion on it.
Oh, okay. Dodgers and Rangers over under of 9.5. I like this over. And I like the Dodgers at plus 110.
I love the Dodgers, especially. I mean, it's better than where I got it. if I knew where the market was going and, I had the crystal ball and I could sit there and like predict things, yeah, I'd wait till I got plus 115 instead of plus 105. But I was happy at, 105. I think it's a great team and great starter. I think, that's just a good move. Take the Dodgers.
Yeah, I take the Dodgers. Again, I would also take the over. I would also take the over in that as well. Braves and Brewers, minus 120 for the Braves. Brewers even money, over under of 9. This was a tough one. We kind of talked about earlier. We even mentioned how the stats were even offensively, but you get a nice Brewers bullpen advantage. Because of that, I would only want the Brewers from a money line perspective. Probably take under 9, but man, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I probably would take an under, but really would just do Brewers if I had to.
I would do Brewers, probably due to the starting pitching, but it's weird to see the Braves at minus 110, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, just in general. Just as a team, you get that name and everything, but Soroka against Peralta and Brewers at home on a Friday game, I'd take the Brewers.
Yeah. Take the Brewers as well. All right, what about the White Sox and Twins? Plus 135 for the White Sox. Twins minus 160. Over under of 8. That's one was tough.
Here's the thing, man. So insanely ugly. Plus 140 on the White Sox, even though the Twins have hit the hell out of Lance Lynn according to the batter-pitcher matchups. I probably prefer Joe Ryan. Twins are at home. You got a lot of advantage there, or it seems to be. Then if you're familiar with that Barry Horse guy or whatever, he shot out the Twins today, so I'm sure that sent he's regarded as like, one of the best baseball bettors in the world or whatever, but I bet against him plenty and I fared okay. So
Never heard of that guy.
yeah, I mean, I'll take the White Sox, but I don't love it. Again, it's a model play. It's not anything that I love with my own opinion.
Yeah, I would have to really just be on the Twins. I'm curious, most curious what you had for Lance Lynn with the Twins striking out at over 30%. They have a good batting average, but along with that, they're striking out a ton. Did you have Lance Lynn projected over 6.5?
I don't have a positive projection on him. Let me look here. One sec. Lance Lynn. Where do I have him? No, pretty much right where he's supposed to be. So it looks like you can either get a 7.5 or a 6.5, depending on how much juice you want to pay. I have him about 7 to get about 7.5. So the over 6.5 is minus 140 roughly. Depending, right? So I mean, this would be like Bet Rivers or something. Be about a 2% edge if you want to go over 6.5 against the Twins for Lance Lynn.
Okay. All right. We got 3 more games left. Pirates and Angels, over under of 8. Plus 154 for the Pirates, minus 184 for the Angels. This is an Angels run line spot for me at plus money.
Yeah. I like the Angels to win. I don't know if I would drop it all the way to a run line, but yeah, I mean, I'm not one to pay a ton of juice very often. You saw me do it a few days ago with the Mets at the minus 205 price. But I'd probably take Ohtani and the Angels, even if it were the money line here at 180, 175.
Okay. Astros and Athletics, minus 260 Astros, plus 215 for the Athletics. Over under of 7.5. 2 left-handers on the mound. Certainly give the edge here to the Astros. Came through last night.
Yeah, you would. But I can't say that the Athletics have played particularly bad. I mean, they won 2 in a row, and they didn't really play bad last night. They actually came out to a 1-0 lead, and it was very low scoring. I mean, I don't think the Astros pulled ahead till maybe the 6th, 7th inning. And it wasn't, a blowout by any means. It wasn't, what I would want to have happen if I was betting minus 230.
Right.
Do I want to bet the Athletics today? No. I have bet them the last 3 days in a row. I think I did anyway. I won the first two and lost the third. I think that was how it went. For sure, I bet them the last 2 days, but yeah, I don't know. Other than, maybe this one goes over. I don't really know, but I can't say that the Athletics are just not hitting at all.
Yeah, I mean, comparatively, yes, but they're that over under 7.5. That's tricky. Yeah, that was a tough one. We got another tough total right here between the Blue Jays and Mariners with an over under of 8. Even money for the Blue Jays.
That's not tough. That's an under.
Mariners. Yeah, I would probably only bet the under, but in terms of a side, of course, I want the plus money with the Blue Jays. So plus money Blue Jays all day long.
Sure. I didn't pick a side today of all things, which is funny because I've been riding the Blue Jays for like 4 or 5 days in a row, something like that. But today, yeah, the fact that I have the under 8.5 as well, and it's not even available anymore. That was my steal. The bullpens are have to be top 5 each. They're incredible right now. So, and the starters make it all justifiable. And the fact that, especially the Blue Jays, the offense has not been incredible by any for either team. So yeah, I mean, they're just league average at best in hitting, and the bullpens are excellent. The starters are great. So everything points to an under in that one for me, and that'll round off the Friday night.
All right, let's go ahead and do it with the great cash of staying under 7.5, 8.5 runs, whatever the hell it is. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us here on this great Friday. Hopefully we can enjoy these games together and cash some bets alongside each other. Enjoy your weekend as well. Look forward to seeing you back here on Monday, kicking off another week here on Winning Bets, breaking down MLB each and every single day with you. Good luck this weekend, Squirrel. See you back here on Monday.
Yep, see you later, man. Wait. I thought you weren't doing it Monday.
Wait. Oh, yeah, we're actually, fellas, yes, that's a great call. My son has a doctor's appointment. We're actually not going to be here Tuesday. Great call. So make sure you're following us on Twitter. Hop over to hockeysquirrel.com for our full card is on Monday. Thank you for that reminder. Be back Tuesday. See ya.
Cool. See you later.